In today's video, we're going to be talking about stacking the precious metals along with a couple of reasons to prepare for a potential attack on the power grid. And I'm also doing a giveaway in the VIP club right now, and it ends on October 1st. You have 3 days left to enter. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver and how it's used in solar panels and generating your own power on your own without having to rely on anyone or anything else. But I also wanted to talk about how there is a power crisis going on right now in China, and the reason I want to talk about it is because if it's happening over there, it can happen right here as well. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Got the brand new Lone Wolf collection out now, along with the even newer Consistency is Key collection. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today is Monday, September 27th, 2021. The current spot price of silver as I'm filming the video is $22.72. It's up 1.47%, or up 33 cents. Gold is currently $17.5360, up 0.19%, or up $3.40. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 77-to-1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. But today, I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. And first and foremost, I just wanted to point out that it is Monday the 27th, aka the deadline for all of these deals to supposedly come to fruition. For example, extending the government budget, raising the debt ceiling, and figuring out this $3.5 trillion infrastructure deal. We were told for weeks the 27th is the deadline. Now all of a sudden it's being referred to as an artificial deadline, which means it's probably going to get kicked down the road even further. But it's important to remember you can only kick it so far, because by November we're going to run out of money. And if we run out of money, that's not a good sign. We're going to default on our payments, and if that happens, to my understanding, I think that means the country is bankrupt. But anyway, I wanted to point that out because it was supposed to happen on the 27th, aka today, and I have a very strong feeling that's not going to happen. But I wanted to talk about something very important today. I wanted to talk about silver being used in solar panels. Now, we just got done doing my Monday morning VIP Club market open stream, and during the stream we were talking a little bit about what's going on in China right now regarding their power crisis, and it got me curious because I remember a year or two ago I did a little bit of research on how much silver is used in solar panels, and this is something that I always found to be fascinating. And I went to resourceworld.com, and there was this one section that talked about some of their findings from the We Recycle Solar website, and it was explaining how up to 6% of the total cost of building each individual solar panel can be silver. Silver can take up 6% of the entire cost of making each solar panel. I thought that was pretty cool. So next time you're driving down the road and you see that somebody has solar panels on the roof, just understand they are so rich, they have money on top of their house. I'm just fooling around. But I wanted to talk about this today because something that I've been saying for the longest time, and something that I'm trying my absolute hardest to do for myself, is a whole list. I've been saying this for a couple of years now. I want to make my own money, grow my own food, purify my own water, generate my own power, and mind my own business. In my opinion, that's what it's all about. You don't have to listen to anybody. You don't have to say anything to anybody. You can just do your own thing. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to live my life, and I'm working on that. But the reason I wanted to point that out is because in China right now, there's a power crisis going on. Now, originally, it was affecting factories and warehouses, and it was absolutely interfering with a lot of jobs, it was interfering with a lot of manufacturing, and it's expected to interfere with supply chain. And there's going to be bigger ramifications than just simply blackouts going on right now in China. This is something that's happening on a very large scale, and at the moment it's actually now moving towards people's homes. People are losing power at their houses, and there's no telling when the power is going to go back on. And there's also no telling what the actual cause is, because based on the articles that I've been reading and the research that I've been doing, I haven't really been able to find any information regarding China disclosing what the actual problem is. But what we do know is that there's a power crisis going on right now, and something else that we know, it's about to be winter. We're only a couple weeks away from the weather getting really, really cold, and if you're going to lose power, or if there's going to be a power crisis, or if there's going to be something as intense as an all-out attack on the power grid, this time of year is the worst time for that to be happening. See, if you lose power in the spring, summer, fall, not terrible. Inconvenient, sure. If you're on a CPAP machine, yeah, that's horrible. But in the winter time, imagine that. Imagine losing power, and I'm not just talking about for a day or for a weekend. I'm talking about, imagine losing power for 2 weeks. Because guess what? I had to deal with that one time. Hurricane Sandy, several years back, knocked out the power in the central New Jersey area for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. Didn't have power. Fortunately, it wasn't the winter time. I don't know how things would have went if that took place in, I don't know, January. But this is why a lot of people need to take things into consideration. We got to be proactive. We cannot be the types of people that sit around saying, oh, it's never going to happen, never going to happen, never going to happen. Won't happen to me. It's not going to happen here. This is America. It can't happen. No. If it can happen over there, it can happen right here. And guess what? It's already happening right here. Maybe not a power crisis at the moment, but there are other types of issues. I always talk about the importance of having a water purification unit. People say the same thing. Oh, yeah, there's not going to be a water problem. Guess what? Flint, Michigan still does not have clean drinking water. There's a lot of things that we need to take into consideration because it's happening right here in the U.S. And maybe you're watching this and maybe you're not a U.S. resident. If it can happen here, it can happen there as well. If it can happen in China, it can happen in the U.S. If it can happen in the U.S., it can happen in Canada. If it can happen in Canada, it can happen in Mexico. If it can happen in Mexico, it can happen in Italy. It doesn't matter where you are. These issues are real. And I don't want to be that fear mongerer. I don't want to be that guy to say, oh, the end of the world is coming, the sky is falling. I'm not that guy, and if you go back and watch my videos from years and years and years ago, I've been against that from the very beginning. I'm anti-fear-mongering, but I'm pro being proactive. Getting yourself to a position where you're at least somewhat prepared so you can withstand different storms that can come your way. A multifaceted preparation system set in place for you and your family. So as I always say, there are 4 key products that I recommend. The first one being the Jackery 500 Portable Power Station. This is something that I use on almost a daily basis. It's something that I use to power my live streams. It's something that I use to power my outdoor work. It's something that I use on almost a day-to-day basis. I would say 4 to 5 days a week I'm using this thing, and it's incredible. And I didn't just get it for YouTube-related purposes. I didn't just get it for work-related purposes. I got it for emergency purposes as well, and it has really come in handy. I've had it for almost a year now, and I couldn't be happier. I'm not sponsored. I paid full price for this thing, and I love it, and I recommend it. The next thing I would recommend is a water purification unit. I use the Big Berkey. It's a 2.25 gallon unit. You fill up the top. It trickles through to the bottom. You can get fluoride filter add-ons if you want to. You don't have to, but the black filters on the inside, it purifies and cleanses the water. You can put rainwater in it, river water in it, swamp water in it. It'll purify through to the bottom. It'll remove like 99.99999% of viruses and E. coli, and it'll also remove different types of pathogens and particles of heavy metals and traces of pharmaceutical drugs. It'll clean the water for you. That's the second thing I would recommend. The third thing I would recommend is the Nesco Food Dehydrator. It's something that I've been using for, I believe, maybe 3 years at this point. I just chop up fruits and vegetables. I throw them in the food dehydrator. It removes like 95+% of the water inside the fruits and the vegetables so that they don't last a week on the shelf or in the fridge. They will last several weeks, several months, potentially several years, depending on how you store them. Food is absolutely vital. It's not something that you should forget about when you are prepping. And the fourth and final thing I want to talk about also kind of involves food. It's a portable fire pit and cooking stove. It's something that doesn't rely on anything. All you need is a lighter or matches, just something to start a fire, with twigs, leaves, and branches, wood chips, cardboard, paper. That's all it is. You don't have to use any type of fuel. You can just use nature as your fuel. You pack it in there, you light it on fire. It burns unbelievably hot. It burns unbelievably well. You can use this to boil water. You can use this to cook breakfast, lunch, dinner. You could use it wherever you are. You can take it right in the backyard. You can stick it in a backpack and go camping with it. You can do whatever you want. It's super small, super portable, and really comes in handy. I've had it for probably about a year now as well. It's incredible. All 4 of those products are linked in the description of every single video. I cannot stress it enough. I'm not sponsored by any of the companies. I haven't been paid by any of the brands. I purchased each and every one of those products out of pocket, and the only reason I recommend them is simply because I'm an unbelievably happy customer, and they've served me well, and I know that they can serve you well as well. Moving away from all that, I also wanted to just quickly get back into the groove of things when it comes to silver and gold, because I have a couple of little updates. I have some precious metals on the way. Now, I just talked about this in the Market Open VIP Club stream. I do have some silver that should be arriving in a couple of weeks. It's going to take a little while because it's not a regular order. It's actually a pre-order. If you know, you know. I've talked about it in recent videos. I don't want to hype it up too much because I kind of want it to somewhat be a surprise, but I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. So I pre-ordered a new piece of silver, so that's not even going to get shipped out until probably the 11th of October, so that's several weeks away. I just recently got some gold. I posted a gold unboxing video, I believe just yesterday on Sunday, by the time this video comes out. And I have some other silver arriving as well, some silver that I got off of eBay, along with a little bit of copper, just because there's something that I've been wanting for a really long time. I don't stack copper, but I pick up copper every once in a while, just for fun. I only have, I think, 2 pieces of copper that I converted my dollars into in the last 3.5 to 4 years. I do not stack copper. The only copper that I stack is free copper. If I happen to stumble upon it, I don't go out of my way looking for it. I don't convert my dollars into it. I've only done it twice. Well, now 3 times, just because it was a fun little piece of copper. So I have something like that coming in the mail. I have some airtights coming in the mail. I got a lot of stuff coming in the mail. And I also have some silver sitting right here beside me to my left. On Wednesday night, if you're a VIP Club member, I will be doing a live unboxing. So that's going to be just in 2 days. And I got plenty more coming in the mail. And I will be stopping by the local coin shop for my regular monthly, sometimes twice a month, Washington quarter pickup. It's not really anything exciting. It's not really anything extravagant. It's not really anything fancy or really anything worth unboxing. Just a handful of quarters every week or so. But anyway, I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything going on right now? We can talk a little bit more about this artificial deadline, aka today. I don't know if anything's going to happen. I don't know if any moves are going to be made. I don't know if any progress is going to be made. I don't know if anything's going to happen at all regarding extending the government budget, raising the debt ceiling, working on a $3.5 trillion infrastructure deal. To my understanding, it's more than likely going to get reduced. It's probably going to be somewhere between, I would say, 2.75 and 3.1. It'll probably be somewhere in there, so I'm personally expecting probably like a $2.9 trillion deal. That's a lot of dollars. That's a whole lot of currency. I don't know where it's going to come from. Well, actually, it's going to come from our paychecks probably. But what are your thoughts on that going on right now? Because those three things need to happen. Extending the government budget, raising the debt ceiling, and passing this stimulus or infrastructure deal. All three of those things need to happen. And if only two of the three happen, it's all going to fall on its face. All three need to happen for really anything to make sense or for anything to move forward. So I don't know if any of that's going to happen. And then, of course, when it comes to everything going on in China right now and the fact that they have a power crisis that is moving away from simply just factories and warehouses where manufacturing gets done, of course, this is going to have a supply chain impact. But it's not just that. Now, it's affecting people's homes. It's affecting people in their at-home life. People don't have power at their house right now. Not across the entire nation, but a lot of people in China are losing power. More and more and more people. The number keeps going up. I don't know how long this will last. I don't know what the actual root of the problem is. But once again, if it can happen there, it can happen right here. And we saw some of the issues that took place last year. We saw massive portions of Texas essentially freeze over. We saw what happened in Flint, Michigan, what's still happening in Flint, Michigan. We saw every single thing that happened on the planet last year in 2020. Please do not underestimate what's possible. Please don't allow yourself to be the person to say, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It might happen to my neighbor. It's not going to happen to this guy. I'm prepared. No. If you think you're prepared, here's something that I've learned in my about 4 years of stacking and prepping now. If you think you're prepared, you're absolutely not prepared. There's always something to work on. There's always a way to be productive. There's always something new to learn. There's always a new way to prepare. There's always some new gadget to get your hands on. There's always a new way to prepare yourself or to continue building your multifaceted preparation system. And of course, the silver and gold plays a huge role in that. Stacking silver and gold, stacking some dollar bills as well, that's financial prepping. Dollar bills for the short term and the money for the long term. That's financial prepping right there. That's just one piece of the multifaceted preparation system. Guess what? There's a whole long list of other facets as well. And guess what? I ran through part of that list in the center of this video regarding the portable power station, the water purification system, the food dehydrator, and the portable cooking stove. Again, they're all linked in the description. I'm not sponsored by a single one of them. None of those companies gave me a paycheck. I'm just a happy customer. And I personally, truly, wholeheartedly believe you will be too. Make sure you're prepared. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. One of my favorite quotes of all time. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic when it comes to China's power crisis and whether or not you think it can take place right here in the US as well. Seriously. Here's the last thing I'll say. It's no longer on the Department of Homeland Security's website. I don't know why. But there was this one part of the website that was talking about in the event of an attack on the power grid, Americans need to have at least 6 months worth of food and water stocked up just in case. So if the Department of Homeland Security knows that it's a possible threat, knows that it's a possibility, knows that it can happen, I think we should be aware of that. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic when it comes to preparing for a power crisis or when it comes to stacking the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I'm posting exclusive VIP-only adventure vlogs. I also do giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shoutouts, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites, and of course you can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button like a Karen hits a bus window. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. A bunch of brand new videos over there. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 3,000 subscribers. We just hit 2,000, and I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations. And of course, the brand new DYDSS Lone Wolf t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, coffee mug, and long sleeve tee, available in 4 different colors, and a portion of the proceeds are going towards the International Wolf Center. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? Do you think the 3 key things are going to happen here in the US? Do you think we're going to extend the government budget? Do you think we're going to raise the debt ceiling? And do you think this infrastructure deal that's supposedly 3.5, but it's probably going to get reduced, do you think that's going to happen? When it comes to China's power crisis, what are your thoughts on that right there? Have you heard of this? Is this news to you? Do you think it can happen right here in the US? And if it does happen here in the US, do you have a method of some form of preparation? Of course, I am not invincible. Of course, you are not invincible. But do you have a way of combating some of these potential issues? Do you have a way of keeping yourself afloat if something were to go down, specifically related to a power crisis or a potential attack on the power grid? Friendly reminder, with winter right around the corner, not good. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.